Hey everybody, welcome. Miriam will be here shortly. Anyway, she's one of the co-founders, and yeah, I'm also one of the co-founders, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow, which means it's my duty to make sure the live stream starts on time, regardless of what's going on with Bob in Lake Havasu. It's windy here too. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have electrolytes that are super awesome. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the little bell icon. That way, when we do a live stream for the MeatUp this Saturday, you'll get alerted to it. So, anyway, like I was saying, we've got, this is on lowcarbevents.com. Actually, let me make sure I'm actually sharing. Yes, I am. Good. Okay, so at the MeatUp thing, here is the link because we have Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos and Dr. Brian Lenskis. And the live stream is already scheduled. Oh, at my home network, it has video restrictions put in place. So I can't even watch live streams on my local network unless I run a VPN. Anyway, it is scheduled. It's ready to go. You should all check it out. Sword Chasing Gal likes my shirt. Yeah, I haven't worn this shirt for a while, and Miriam went back to sleep today after we did our devotions and everything in the morning, and I went to work. She never even saw me, and I don't know if she was surprised when she saw my shirt or not. Anyway, Esther's here, so is Dennis and Storm Chasing Gal. Cynthia says, good evening all. Goomba Lord is here. Let's see. Did I ever say hi to Carrie? Hi, Carrie. Courtney is laughing. Cynthia is also laughing. Bob's here in Lake Havasu. Emily says, hi, everyone. Kim says, good evening. Emmy is here as well. Shauna likes my shirt. Visual Keto is ear hustling till I get home. Great. You do that. That's a good plan. Jennifer says, good evening, beautiful people. Christy Davis is here, so is Rocky Mountain Girl and Lynette. I actually called Lynette this evening because somebody came to the office after everybody was gone and dropped off a DoorDash delivery. And it was just after Lynette left. And I'm like, are you still there? She's like, no. I'm like, dang. So I don't know. We keep getting these on random Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's like somebody in the office complex, all the different warehouses where the office is, they keep ordering stuff and it keeps getting delivered to our thing, even though it says Keto Chow right there. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, Mike El Guapo is here from Magna, which is in Utah, by the way, and that's where Miriam went to school at, what's it called? Cyprus. Let's see. Carrie says, where's the link again for the Saturday meetup? Easiest way to find it is to go... Oh, and Carrie found it. Okay. Easiest way to find it is lowcarbevents.com. Jennifer says, did Miriam buy you that shirt? What makes you think that Miriam bought me this shirt? What are you talking about? Let's see. Tracy is here from DC. And Pamela's here from Somas, California. Nice. Okay, so again, the first order of business that we wanted to talk about, and actually the link to the meetup is in the description of this video that you're watching right here, right now. It's the Genie of the Lamp. Anyway, yeah, so it's going to be streaming free on YouTube. I'm actually going to be streaming it on Facebook as well, but most of the action is going to be here on YouTube. If you can watch it for free, or if you happen to be near Utah, go ahead and drop in. I need to go to Sam's Club tomorrow and buy the pork ribs that I'm going to be smoking. So that'll be interesting. And there's always this weird, like how do you, logistically, how do you do that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke them, cut them up individual ribs, put them into the aluminum serving pans with a lid, and then stick them in the fridge. And then on Saturday at the meetup, I'll take them out, put them in over the burner things so that they'll heat up, And yeah, because I'm going to be setting up all of the stuff for the live stream probably starting at like 2 p.m. And it doesn't actually start until 5 Mountain Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. I told Dr. Lenskis that because, like, I wanted to give it to him in his time zone. Okay, so we actually had a really good question that came up on, I think it was on the Facebook support group. Does cooking with Keto Chow, like making waffles or chaffles, affect the vitamins and minerals in the Keto Chow? Notice I put an emphasis on minerals. So let's start off with the vitamins. Vitamins are sensitive to heat. They're actually enzymes, in case you wanted to know. They allow biological processes to happen. They are they are sensitive to heat, and generally speaking, if you don't heat stuff above about 120 degrees Fahrenheit, you won't affect the vitamins. Once you heat it beyond that, you will start to cause degradation. Now, the problem is every vitamin responds differently. So, like vitamin B12 will degrade at a different rate from vitamin D3 and stuff like that. So, how heating up Keto Chow will affect it? Every vitamin is going to be different. The time you expose it, there's so many variables. Just yes, it will be affected. How much will be affected? I don't know. I'm not going to do the math. If you are using Keto Chow as your sole source of nutrition, which we don't recommend, although it is possible to do, let's say you were getting dental surgery and you had to eat a liquid diet or an ice cream diet, which is delicious, and it's what I had for breakfast and lunch today. If you had to do that, you could. But if you're using Keto Chow as your sole source of nutrition, it's the only thing you're eating day after day after day, I would not recommend heating Keto Chow and like making stuff with it. If you're using Keto Chow once or twice a day, I don't think it's a big deal. Probably don't need to worry about it. So now, as far as the minerals go, no, heating Keto Chow will not affect the minerals. Most minerals, including the stuff in our electrolytes and the stuff in the Keto Chow Daily Minerals, are not affected by temperatures below like 7,000 degrees. So there you go. Mike says, if cooking destroyed vitamins enough to worry about, we would all be dead by now. Well, and again, it depends on if you're using, say, a specific food for all of your nutrition, which most people aren't doing. Carrie says, I added ghee back into my list and blue cheese, and it's doing well. Did that for my teeth and gums. Blue cheese is high-fat cheese for carnivore. There you go. Ghee is better for me than butter. Now, I think ghee is fantastic. If it costs more, the difference between ghee and butter is you take butter and you heat it up and you separate out the water, which also has protein in it. So you end up with just the fat. It's like the pure fat portion. It's also sometimes called clarified butter, which is a slightly different thing than ghee, but regardless. Ghee ends up, it's butter oil would be another way to talk about it. Or in industrial terms, it is anhydrous dairy fat is another word for ghee. So there you go. Anyway, but it's a fantastic thing to use. Butter is also super awesome. Gina is ear hustling, feeling yucky. Well, lay down and chill out. There you go. Naomi says, curious if you know people with Crohn's disease that have used Keto Chow on a low residue, low fiber diet. I personally don't. I can speak from experience. When I did my 100 days of just eating Keto Chow, I was literally not eating anything else. it was really strange when I first started it off. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Where's the button? There it is.
Defecation Discourse.
A little bit of a TMI warning coming up here. When I first started off, I had diarrhea. Then as my gut got used to all of that, that went away, and I didn't have to deal with that anymore, and it was fine. Just going the full-on liquid-only diet, yeah, it did that. And then after about a month or so, the volume of stuff I was eating that wasn't absorbed, so wasn't nutrients, wasn't broken down by my digestive system, started to get very, 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 very small. It was almost like I was going pure carnivore, because the only thing that was not being absorbed was a little bit of acacia gum, which was being turned by my gut bacteria into short-chain fats. And so the volume of going to the bathroom started to get smaller and smaller and smaller until it was like, I don't even know why I installed a bidet. There's no use to it. So if you were on a low residue, low fiber diet, doing carnivore is probably fantastic. And I think that probably doing keto chow in addition to that probably is going to be good for you. But I personally don't know anyone with Crohn's disease, so that has gone through that. I do know people with Crohn's disease who have gone basically carnivore and have really liked the results. Carrie says, I'm gonna be making my own ghee since ghee is more expensive. There you go. Bertola's Paint is here, so is Linda. Let's see. Mike says DDD warning, right? Dennis says, I am creating anhydrous clarified butter for Saturday. Awesome sauce. Marie says, Happy Valentine's. I keep calling it time for Valen because it's Valentine's. Actually, I get that from Dude Dad. He has a couple skits where he keeps calling it Valentine's. And his wife is like, seriously? Say Valen. Say Tine. Say Valentine. Valentine. Anyway, it's really funny. Cody had Keto Chow waffles for Valentine's Day dinner. Nice. Wishing everyone a good one. Let's see. Naomi says, thanks for answering my question. Haven't had to go low residue for a while. Thinking about how I would remain keto if necessary. Crohn's patients love talking about poop. Well, when it's a big part of your life, it's like, I mean, this is a topic that's important to you. And my favorite thing is Nurse Cindy. When she starts talking about poop, and as a nurse, she's like, look, this is what we're going to talk about now. So anyway, that's probably making a lot of noise.
Maybe.
As it's going there. Mary J. Angel J is here. Low-Carb says, by the way, reference to butter. Okay.
Butter.
Yeah. See, here's Miriam.
Hi.
Bertola's Faint says, what is the best waffle recipe? I can tell you the one that we do the most.
It's just super easy. There are tons of waffle recipes.
Yeah.
We like to do 3 eggs, a cup of mozzarella cheese.
Shredded mozzarella, yep.
Shredded.
Yep.
And
a scoop of
keto chow.
Any flavor keto chow.
That's it.
Yep.
And it's delicious.
Marie says, I'm undecided what to bring to the meetup. I actually read that as undecided if I'm going to come to the meetup. I'm like, oh, you should come, Marie.
Yeah,
we'll miss you if you don't.
We will miss you if you don't. I don't know what to bring to
now,
the
if you are coming to the meetup,
you don't have to if you don't want
don't
to.
have to bring anything. You are very welcome to bring super awesome stuff to share.
And you don't have to eat if you don't want to.
That is also true.
We just have food and you can eat or you don't have to eat.
I think it was last time we had a couple people who were like, no, I'm fasting. It's like,
That's what's so cool about keto. You can say that and they don't feel like they have to pressure you to eat.
Yeah. Shauna says, you're just in time.
Yay.
GGB says, one kid forgot her suit, right? She's in mine with a ton of rubber bands, right? Burlesque Paint likes your sweater.
Thank you.
And Christy says, Happy Valentine's Day, Miriam.
Thank you.
GGB ordered takeout. Guess who doesn't
Day,
sell my meal anymore?
Oh,
Didn't
that's
tell us
sad.
until Hubs got there to pick it up. Really?
That's awful.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
David says, I've been using Keto Chow for a few years now. Why is it that I never get tired of the taste? It's because it's
delicious.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Right? It's so funny to me, too. I'll drink chocolate, and I'm like, wow, this is good. Like, it just keeps on giving forever.
Annabelle is here.
Hi,
She
Annabella.
says, I don't even want to eat. Hubs is insisting. I'm like, I'm good. And Annabelle, we just started 15 minutes ago, but Miriam has only been here for 2 of those.
I was late today. Sorry.
Carrie says, when I say I don't eat to my peeps at church, they look at me like, what you saying, Willis? What you talking about?
Willis?
Mary Jane Angel says, I did miss my Keto Chow during Nisha's January challenge.
Well, I'm glad you got to do that, though.
Mike says, I don't think we're going to make it to the meetup. Oh, that's sad.
That's okay.
I think this weekend it's not supposed to be snowing, although it is supposed to snow
It snowed today.
tomorrow.
Just snowed, in between when you went to work and I went to work.
Yeah. GB says, sea scallops, cauliflower mash, and broccolini.
Oh, yes.
It was good. The burger just went good now. All right.
That's sad.
Davis is like melted ice cream is the perfect description.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It pretty much nails the description of Keto Chow.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like melted ice cream. Let's see. Bertolot Paint says ribeyes and green beans for Valentine's Day dinner.
Nice.
What did we have for dinner tonight?
We had taco salad.
Taco
It
salad.
was delicious.
That's exactly what Kate wanted.
I'm so full. My tummy is hurting.
Let's see. Miss Perfectly Imperfect Keto says, is there any real blueberry and blueberry pie flavor? Our son is allergic to blueberries and hoping it's a way he can enjoy it. That is a really good question. I'm going to have to...
I don't think we know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know for
I'll have
sure.
to check the natural flavorings.
The problem is that that's not a common allergy, and so they don't list it by default.
Yeah.
And so I'll have to contact them. Lynette, can you remind me, or John, either one of you,
Make a note.
can you remind me tomorrow to contact the flavor manufacturer
Okay, Google.
and check to see...
I can't reach the internet right now.
Yeah, you can't reach the internet.
Connection and try again.
Excuse me, I didn't
It's
mean
because
it.
I disabled Wi-Fi for everything but this computer in the entire house. Anyway, so Miss Perfectly Imperfect Keto needs to know that. Help me remember, okay? Thanks. So he says, I want to do a week of Keto Chow, every other day, one carnivore meal.
What a yummy week.
Which of the 3 supplements is best to use? If you're talking about the electrolytes, probably
Just
the
electrolyte
electrolyte
drops.
drops.
Also, you can use the daily minerals.
That is also true. But if you're doing 3 Keto Chow a day, you really don't need the daily minerals.
Yeah.
It's a bit redundant in that regard.
Yeah. If you start just doing the keto chows, then you'll be able to feel if you need something.
Yep. Linda says, Happy Valentine's. Chris and Miriam,
Thank
love your top.
you.
Everybody likes your top. It has a heart on it.
Has a heart on it. Yeah. And I'm so sad. I just remembered I have conversation heart earrings.
Ah.
And I forgot about them.
All right.
I'll wear them tomorrow and pretend
Jazz
it's still
puppies
Valentine's
here.
Day.
Mike says there were some flurries there in Nevada. Annabelle says, I made it. Gingerbread ice cream is my first time I've tasted gingerbread. I understand the love affair.
So
Blue
good.
Dove is here.
Yeah. Hi, Blue Dove. Hi,
Chrissy
Lisa.
says, as a mom, do you have any advice as to how to wean a baby who doesn't want to stop nursing?
Oh.
Depends on how old
How
that
old are
baby
they?
is.
Right? Are they taking a bottle also? And do you want to stop nursing or do you need to stop nursing?
Yeah,
There's a lot of factors,
Yep.
I'm sure. But I can tell you this, when I stopped nursing, my baby stopped getting up in the night. Because it was like, sorry, I must not love you anymore because I'm not going to nurse you in the night. And then they're like, guess I'll sleep. But that was just us.
Visual Keto has a great data point for us. Says, I did
Okay.
not have Crohn's, but I used to have IBS-D
Okay.
for 15 years. After a week and a half of Keto Chow, I was in remission. 3+ years now.
Wow,
I do
wow.
1 to 2 chows a day with a meat-heavy meal at
Yeah,
night.
that sounds so good. And it just helps things move, right? And that's just great.
Lynn says, I'm going to remind you. And Shauna wants someone to remind her. Bertolus Spain says, I'm excited to try natural strawberry in my surprise box.
Yay!
GGB says that Lynette, make sure you get paid overtime. So what Lynette does is she just works weird hours.
Yeah.
And then doesn't work other hours. So she has a
So
very
she can
flexible
take like
schedule.
a 5-hour lunch if she wants to, because
It's
she's going to
true.
be here or whenever.
Next is Alexa's always interrupting. We don't have that around here.
Yeah, we have Google.
That'll go, guys.
Google.
Annabelle says, I was going to eat a great big steak for lunch. I used a steak
Yes.
rub I made yesterday. So yum.
So
That's awesome.
yummy.
Chrissy says I made banana keto chow and used peanut butter for my fat.
Yay.
That sounds good. Dennis says I got my favorite butter at the food bank yesterday and started making ghee last night.
Yes.
Gotta love that Dairy Gold stuff. That stuff is amazing.
So good.
Annabella says I forgot it's still Valentine's Day in America. Yes,
Yep.
it is still indeed.
is.
Lori likes my shirt. And Ready Set Keto is here.
Oh, hi. I was talking
Listening,
to Emily
but I
today.
wanted to say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Chrissy says he's 13 months. He will only take a bottle part of the
Yeah.
time. Sometimes he refuses to take a bottle. I'm exhausted
Well,
and need
you
him to
can-
finally get whole milk all the time.
You can also try to put them over to a sippy cup already if you want to, and then just
Yeah.
bypass the bottle. Also,
That's true.
if you try to spend special time with him that's not nursing, read
Okay.
books and do things that are special to him, and then have dad or somebody else give him a bottle, then
Okay.
he'll kind of break that association.
Yep.
I get if you're exhausted. I kind of wish I were where you are now, because I miss it so much.
Okay. So here's a question. Well, or here's a statement.
Here's a words.
Depending on the batch of Keto Chow Daily Minerals you
Okay.
have, you may notice that the color is different.
Right.
Mostly from very small changes in the amount of copper, which makes it blue or
Mm-hmm.
not. So sometimes it may look a little yellow. Sometimes it may look like a dark blue.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that we ran for the glass bottles of the Daily Minerals just happened to turn, it was very
like a
blue.
tealy blue.
Yeah. But some of the other ones aren't. Now, they always have the amount of minerals that are on the label.
Yes.
Sometimes they have a little
A
bit
little
extra.
more. So you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
It's in within like it's in like 10
10% or so.
Yeah.
The problem is that copper really changes the color.
It's crazy how it changes the color, but yeah, it's just a thing, and you might notice that.
Yep. Esther says hello. Donna Sparrow says can't wait for the meetup.
Yeah, Donna, are you
Let's
coming?
see. I hope so.
I hope so.
Jessica Larrabee is, well, not Larrabee. What's her last name now? Anyway, she was texting me.
Robinson.
Okay, Robinson, that is right. Okay, so we actually had a question about how people use Keto Chow with their coffee.
Okay.
And I put the link. The link is actually in the description of this video
Right.
to the video that we did.
The different coffee
Yeah,
options.
with the different coffee options.
Oh, cool.
And it has all the different things. And I was in my purple shirt just like last time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, some people, the short version is some people put coffee in their Keto Chow and some people put Keto Chow in their coffee.
Yep. And some people put it in as powder, and some people put it in as liquid, like they
Yep.
just make it and then use it as a creamer. It's very versatile. You can play with it however you want.
Yep. Annabella says I made apple cheddar sausage rolls with the apple pie Keto Chow.
Yum. Oh, that sounds
It's the
so
yummiest
good.
pastry, so short, so divine, just divine. Miriam's favorite way to have the ground sausage right now is, and we got this idea from Maitreya,
Yeah, Maitreya.
and I think she might have got it from either Heath or Ready
don't-
Set Keto.
I don't know.
I don't remember the timeline.
We
I
just
just
got that
remember the
idea.
results. You take the tube of sausage, the chub,
Yes. Yes.
and you cut it open, and then you stick it on a smoker.
Do we have some more of that?
We might have some. We actually have a full one in the fridge that's already smoked.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, because I did 2 of them, and we only cut off 1. Because we had that on Sunday during the Superb Owl.
Oh, right.
I also smoked a bunch of the pork loin, and I only cut up 2 of the 4.
Okay.
2 of the 4. So we have more of that as well. So that's a super amazing way
So
to
delicious.
have.
And you can just crumble it up and put it in your eggs.
But
That's
it's
what I'm going to do.
delicious. And one that's so funny because we had that before, and the kids did not key into it.
Yeah.
And then this time,
they're like, whoa.
I cut some up, and Max was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's just sausage that we smoked." Is it good?
Could I have some?
Then he tried it, and he was like, Yeah. I think he ate half of it himself. It was pretty funny.
Just kidding. He doesn't eat like that.
Donna Sparrow says yes and yes, right?
Yes.
As far as keto
Coming
cow,
to
how
the
you
meetup?
use it.
Oh no.
Or I'm not sure which
Whatever
one
it
the
is.
yes is.
Yes.
Shauna says, how do I use Keto Chow with my coffee? Daily, and coffee is my liquid. There you go.
Right.
Let's see. Mike says I ate apple pie Keto Chow ice cream today. Pam says, are you guys considering more of the maple waffle flavor?
That's
I
a good
missed
question.
out on it. So, that's the wrong.
So, meetup.
Yeah, let's see.
Chris is gonna
Keto
look up
Chow
words.
flavor status.
Flav.
This is our flavor status page.
I'm ready to go to sleep.
Miriam is ready to go to sleep. So if you come down here to LM
NOW.
Maple Waffle.
Maple waffle. Seasonal, not planned. Okay, tell them what the not planned means.
If I just come up here to the top, this is what I should have done this type. MAP.
Yeah, then it would
So,
be.
flavors maple waffle. Single, we're going to have it seasonally. So it will be introduced in the fall, or in this case, restocked in the fall.
Excuse me?
I believe we've already announced a couple times that it is coming back.
It is coming back.
That we ordered it and the pecan sticky bun. We're just waiting for it to be restocked.
Which, who knows when that will be, because it takes a minute.
No idea. Then the 21 meal bags, we do not have any plans to introduce that in the 21.
But that maple waffle, that's good.
It is indeed.
Good.
So
The pecan sticky bun I really like as chaffles, because that makes good chaffles. It'd be good pancakes, too.
yeah. Okay, let's see. Loretta has a good question. What olive oil do you suggest? It's hard to tell which one is the best brand for Keto Chow. I personally do not like the flavor of olive oil in Keto Chow. I think it is too strong, and I prefer something like avocado oil
Yep.
or coconut oil or butter.
Well, and whatever
Melted
whatever oil you do use, you want to get one that's in the dark container and that's cold pressed,
Yeah.
because there are lots of imitation oils
There are.
out there.
Now, the Costco brand, like the Kirtland signature,
It's good.
that one has pretty much all of the different reviews of which ones are real olive oil seem to conclude that that one is genuine. So,
That's
anyway.
what we use.
Yeah, but when we tested out using olive oil, because I wanted to see
It just has
metabolically,
did it
have any benefit to doing olive oil versus butter? And there wasn't much of a difference. It wasn't,
Butter's just yummy.
Butter is delicious. Mary J. Angel J says, you smoked breakfast sausage? What? Yes.
Yes.
Just the big
Just
chop.
instead of like, just
and
take
it
it
comes
and
out
stick it on the
delicious,
thing.
and it's got a smoke ring, and you can just slice it.
Goes good on pieces of cheese.
Or
Good in a charcuterie
on
board.
Keto Chow maple waffle chaffles.
Chaffles.
I actually did that, and it was the closest thing to a McGriddle I have had in years. It was freaking amazing. Bertolus Payne says, I've heard of this superb owl.
Yes.
So you take it, you move the B, and you've got the Super Bowl, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yes, but what we had was wings, and then we had shrimp, and I guess we had some sausage. I didn't have any.
Yep.
What was the other? There was one more meat we had for the superb owl. It was literally 2 days ago.
The sausages.
Oh, the bratwurst.
Oh, you know what? The smoked sausage was actually Saturday night. It wasn't on the
That's
Super Bowl.
why I can't remember.
It was Saturday.
It was good.
And we also had those
that was
ribs.
delicious couple of days.
It was the ribs,
Yes.
the pork loin, and the sausage. It was just all a bunch of pork.
It was a delicious day.
It was delicious.
Well, and that's what I went shopping with Kate last week, and we got pork because the store I went to had a bunch of pork on sale.
Okay.
So that's why we had so much pork last week.
Oh, Bjork, Bjork, were you brought by the stork, or were you created from butter and cork? I love you so much that I act like a dork. Oh, Bjork, oh, Bjork, oh, Bjork. Really weird song.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and now you've heard it.
Emmy says, I put Keto Chow in my coffee every day, but I only use half a scoop. There you go. Cindy wants to know any news about orange cream or lime.
Orange cream is seasonal, and
So is lime.
it's coming back soon because pretty soon spring will be here.
It will be here, although you wouldn't know that by looking outside because it's 20 degrees outside right now.
It's cold outside.
I'm so looking forward to Joe and Rachel being here.
And Brian, he's from San Diego,
he's from
California.
San Diego.
We're going to take them to the mountains, to the snow.
We're going to take them snow tubing,
And we're going to
and then we're going to go to
make
the
them
ice
walk
castles.
around in boots and gloves and hats and scarves and
Boots and gloves and
coats
boots and glance and
and
boots and
snow
gloves and coats.
pants.
Anyway, the orange cream and the lime, it will be coming. We don't have a date that we will be announcing ahead of time. Easiest
soon as
thing to
we
do
Get it, we'll let you know.
is, well, let's see. So, lime on the page for each of them,
Oh, yeah.
there's this notify me when available.
Yep, so you can put your email in there, and then we'll put it on a specific key lime list.
Yep.
And then as soon as it gets back in stock, you'll get an email that says, hey, this is in stock.
Yep.
So
an
that's
automated
the
email.
fastest way to know when it's there. Because you'll know,
You'll know it before we
announce it. Because you'll get the email. That's all.
Let's see. Pam says, thank
The
you. Love
secret
you
way.
guys. GGB says,
you
and
too,
both
Pam.
will be the new 3-carb. So version 2.8.
Yes.
I believe both of those, the restock of
I think they are.
maple waffle. Well, so
I am not
pecan
sure.
sticky bun already was 2.8.
Right.
Maple waffle is 2.8, the new one.
Right.
I think the singles, speaking of orange cream, the singles of orange cream are 2.8, and the large bag is 2.7.
Okay, so
So there'll be a
sneaky.
difference in the nutrition of it.
But we are going to make sure that that's marked on the website.
Yes.
So if you notice it,
Let's see. Visual Keto says, I was catching up at 1.75 speed and just caught up to where Miriam yawned and she was tired. GGB says, I threw out my last 2 chaffles by accident cleaning out the fridge. I was so looking forward to having them for breakfast. That is
that's
so sad. Ready to say Keto says, I ended up making strawberry Keto Chow chaffles today. So
Oh,
good.
that does sound good.
Carrie says, I used bacon fat lately. I have used organic and unrefined coconut oil for Keto Chow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And let's see, Annabelle says, I've been getting energy from eating heaps of steak.
Oh, steak is so
I was
good.
so energetic. I've gone for my first walk since all the cancer hell from September.
Yay! I'm so proud of you.
Cindy wants to know, will you be making caramel macchiato as a core flavor with the beef protein? So right now, the only thing that I'm willing to announce is that we have chocolate
Yes.
as
Well, we
chocolate core.
haven't checked through the data, and we'll let you know.
We haven't
when
had 2 months of data yet.
when we decide what we're gonna do.
See, the problem is there's a lot of flavors that we introduce that some sell very well and some don't. And in fact, if you come back here to the flavor status page, it says, hey, one of the things we love to do here at Keto Chow is introducing new fun flavors. It's awesome. We usually do these as limited edition runs that are only available in the single meal packets and only for a limited quantity. Unfortunately, logistics dictate that not every flavor will be a commercial success. We need to make room for other flavors, and that means cutting some. So depending on the reaction to a flavor, it may be something we decide to bring back immediately.
Maybe.
It might be that we decide to wait a year or more and bring it back sometime in the future. Or it may be that we decide it was fun while it lasted, but we aren't planning to bring it back. So, and the point of this page is to communicate what we have currently announced. And right now, the core chocolate is available.
And single meals, and not
And
planned.
the 21 meal are
21 meal
not
bags.
planned. And again, we don't have a lot of sales data to.
Yep.
In fact, let me pull this up. Let's see.
What?
Keto Chow Leader Board. We don't have a lot of sales data to really know, like, what's happened with, like, are people buying it and then coming back for more?
We don't know.
Which is really the key, because usually when we release a flavor, there's a big, well, I mean, just look at blueberry. It sold out in like 75 minutes.
Yeah, blueberry.
But so this is called a tree map, which uses an area. A lot of people told me that pie graphs are the devil and are a terrible way to communicate
Well, I
percentages.
would feel better if it had like a trunk and some branches.
Right. But here you have with bar graphs, and it also shows this time versus last time and the change, or you can just look at it in tabular format.
Numbers
if you have a
are
screen reader.
boring.
So chocolate by itself is
Chocolate
13%.
wins the day, which is funny because that doesn't seem like very much.
And chocolate peanut butter is 10%. So, and we were talking about this earlier, the the blueberry pie,
Banana
when
pie.
we brought back the blueberry pie in the large bags,
Right.
I'm sharing,
It's
in the large bags and in the little packets, when we did the restock,
Right.
we figured that we had somewhere between like 3 and 8 months worth, depending on how it sold.
Yeah.
But that amount that we brought back represented, I think it was 2 months of chocolate sales.
Yeah.
The chocolate is just so
Chocolate
popular. It's
is
freaking
so
amazing.
delicious.
Let's be awesome.
If you haven't
Let's be
tried
honest.
chocolate, you should try it.
You should.
And you
heat
should
it
try it warm.
Yes.
Did you just say heat it up?
Yes. But as for right now, to answer your question, just straight up, caramel macchiato with the beef protein. We do not have any announcements made about any additional flavors in the core. We have to wait and see how it goes, see if it's the sort of thing that we want to carry for the future. I am cautiously optimistic, but I was cautiously optimistic about the tomato soup as well.
Yeah, and that was...
Doesn't sell very well, but a lot of people really
good
like
as
it.
chaffles.
It is amazing as chaffles.
This is my
You make
favorite
little
chaffle
pizzas.
flavor.
And in the chili. And I honestly,
Yeah.
I like to mix it up
Yeah.
with heavy cream and straight up drink it.
Weirdo.
From the blender bottle, hot. And I think it's amazing. So,
Butter would be better.
yep. Carrie says, wonder if using ghee and keto chow would be good.
Yeah, we
absolutely.
have done that
Now,
before.
the only difference between ghee
And butter.
and butter is a little bit of water and protein in the butter.
Yep.
Metabolically, there's no difference between the two.
Ghee is good.
Dennis says the weather justifies 2 hot chocolate cups a day.
I think
I've been
so.
making it with the new chocolate core. Confession, I put a quarter cup of freshly brewed decaf in the morning hot chocolate.
cool.
Okay. Mary J.A. says, I'm going to be getting my better half to smoke that. Thank you for the idea. The only thing that Miriam likes better than meat is meat that somebody else prepared.
That's right.
Marie says, ghee and keto chow is delicious. There you go. Bertha says, hi from Florida, just having my raspberry cheesecake keto chow. I haven't, by the way, to answer the next question that will be coming up from somebody.
Okay.
Guarantee. It's
We
probably
don't
already in the
have
chat.
any news on
I
raspberry
have
cheesecake.
no news about raspberry cheesecake.
Still not here
It's ordered.
yet.
We're waiting on the flavor to show up.
Waiting with bated breath.
I heard bacon breath.
Bacon breath.
It was so funny, though, yesterday for dinner. We kind of had here's leftovers, heated up. Everybody was just kind of fending for themselves. And Kate went and got the bag of bacon that was left over from Sunday and was sitting there at the table just eating bacon.
It's like popcorn, right?
And I thought that was perfect.
I made myself some eggs with some ground turkey.
There you go. Loris has agreed on the olive oil, butter, or heavy whipping cream works best. I thought maybe I had a wrong brand or something. Connie says, can you use avocados as the fat, such as frozen avocados? Yes.
Yeah, you can.
You can indeed.
And it does make it a different texture, too.
Yeah.
You can sometimes you can taste it through it, so
But
just
I would
play with it.
definitely recommend using a blender.
Yeah, blender.
Yep. Mike likes the availability webpage. Very useful. Shauna says, please tell me you go by the calendar, not by that Groundhog. No, but we do watch Groundhog Day.
On Groundhog Day.
It's one of the traditions
Every
that
year.
I think is just fantastic, and it's super silly.
It's really fun.
And
What did we
we're-
have?
we're-
What did we have for Groundhog Day, food-wise? We had wings again, right?
I think we had some jalapeno poppers too, and wings.
We got to make those on Sunday.
And we had shrimp is just fantastic. It seems like it's super easy. You just let it thaw.
It's really high in protein.
Yep,
so
it is.
It fits in really easily with my
Lots of yummy
macros.
cholesterol as well. Carrie had key lime with bacon fat, and it was
Oh, that
good.
sounds
Okay.
good.
Mike says, last week I listened to Cows with Guns after you ended.
You did.
Storm Chasing Gal says, how about an almond-based flavor?
Oh, you can take and put almond extract into vanilla.
And it makes it
If you
taste like
wanna do
birthday
that.
cake.
Yeah.
We don't have any
But vanilla is
available
really
to use that.
blank canvas, so
Well,
you can do
so is the cookies and cream.
something with that if you want to.
Annabelle says there's a pecan tart made with apple pie keto chow on the Keto Chow website.
Oh,
She's been a big fan of
yes!
apple pie. I love it cooked.
Oh, that's a good
Annabelle
recipe.
likes my shirt. And also listen to Cows with Guns.
Yay!
Lynn says he does have an awesome wife. Yes, I do.
I also agree.
Lisa says, are you expanding the core line? I love the unflavored. So again, as of
We
right
haven't
now,
announced yet.
we actually need to have the meeting where we look at the analysis. We haven't had that yet.
Yep.
It's nice that Holly actually came to work today.
What the heck?
She got her hair done.
I know,
everyone's like,
cute.
oh, you look so cute today. And I said, unlike normal. And she, of course, understands that I was joking. And so she laughed. But it was,
it's super short. Well, for Holly, it's short. It's like right here.
it was curly and stuff. Emmy says, snowstorms here in Colorado Springs started this evening. We're getting at least close to a foot of snow.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, yes. Emmy, be careful.
Well, and what I want
Have
to
a keto
happen,
chow and stay home and look out the window.
I want it to snow so much on the western side of Colorado so that it fills up the Colorado River and raises the level of Lake Powell and of
Let's do that. Keep the snow coming,
Lake Mead.
Emmy.
So
we want to go boating.
Google Earth has a feature where you can go back in time and look at. And I was actually able to find, we went to Friendship Bay
Yes.
last time. We were in Lake Powell.
How did I not remember that name?
I had to look it up.
Friendship
We also
Bay.
went to Gunsight Pass Bay or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, so I found in the time stream about the time that we had gone in, I think it was 2020 or 2021.
Oh, it was probably 2021.
And then I compared it to August of last year. I could not believe how much.
Yeah,
it
there's
was
a lot
nuts.
of less
and it was
water.
down a lot when we
It
were
is kind of
there.
interesting though, because when we were there, because the water was so low, it was going down like 15 feet a day.
No, it wasn't 15 feet a day. It was about.
It was a lot.
It went down like 3 inches overnight, and we had to keep on moving the.
But we got out and walked around on all the land that used to be underwater, and we found like all these cool things. So
let's see. Mike says chocolate core is a hit. Janice says it's going to be 65 tomorrow in Delaware. Go for a walk.
Yes,
Abby
take
says,
me
has
with
anyone
you,
tried
Janice.
a banana flavored? I did a banana flavored creamy yesterday.
Ruth got in here not to say something.
Okay.
Well,
Tell him Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I just finished like 3 chores.
Good job, honey.
Brutal Spain says I'm
already
overstocked on
did it.
Keto Chow, or I would buy out all the magical core chocolate.
Lynette, Ruth says hi.
Annabella says I got a
Shauna.
Yeah,
Shauna, Ruth
Shauna.
says hi.
I got a beautiful compliment from the lady at the butcher's telling me I have such a lovely glow and so much color. And I'm no longer pale. Makes me so happy.
Congratulations! You're not so pasty as you were before. Wow, I'm
Yep.
so glad that you're doing better.
Carrie doesn't do chocolate because he's watching his caffeine.
Hey, that's good.
Annabelle says I got a great big bag of strawberry Keto Chow to arrive today. I'm so excited.
Yay!
Victoria agrees that
Victoria!
creamy tomato basil is amazing as chaffles, though I cannot drink it as soup.
Yes, me too.
Let's see. Joanne says, Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Thank you,
Annabelle says, I'm
Joanne.
finally eating my steak.
Yummy.
There you go. Carrie really likes the Groundhog Day movie. Well, we've gotten to the point where the kids are starting to quote it with me,
Yes,
which is so much fun.
it's really funny.
And it's just fun.
Yep.
John says, why does my pancakes always lose their fluff as soon as I take it off the griddle?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was the baking soda that I had was old, but new didn't help. If you're talking about the pancakes, it might be that it's not cooking them all the way through. But if you're making the pancakes with eggs, is one of the primary things. Eggs just tend to do
kind of
that.
go flat. The pancake recipe that we like is from Joe from Two Crazy Ketos. It's a keto chow pancake recipe.
He introduced it with the peach flavor.
Oh yeah, and we like that one. That does have cream cheese in it. I think it has baking soda and keto chow. I can't remember the rest, but
Mike says,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we
was-
need a decade of above average rainfall. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do.
it's true.
We need
do.
like 300% rain for the next like 10 years.
And then we might have some
Or
lakes.
Hurricane Harvey, which dumped on Houston.
Yeah, when we were
All of the
right before we went there.
rainfall that fell on Houston
Could be into the
is
lakes.
how much down Lake Powell is
Oh,
just
yeah.
by itself.
Yeah.
That's not including Lake Mead. So you would need 2 Hurricane Harveys
Mm-hmm.
worth, and you would have both of them at about 80% full.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen, so. We can pray, but.
Joanne says it's raining here in Arizona this evening.
Oh.
Visual Keto says it's raining here most of the day and expected snow on Thursday. I wish I could send it to you.
I know.
Please do. Can
Put
you
it
fax
in
it
a letter
to us?
for us.
Let's see. Everyone's saying, hi,
Oh,
Ruth.
thank you.
Burles Paint says, I was at Lake Mead last week visiting my dad-in-law. Holy moly, the water line.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. Annabelle said they're at 38 degrees Celsius. That is that's pretty toasty.
Yeah. Haley said it was 2 degrees Celsius yesterday in Canada.
Okay.
She's like, it's pretty warm.
Yeah, that's like 35.
Yeah.
Mike says Bill Murray movies are usually good. Annabella wants to know, are our kids keto? One of our daughters who's here at home with us is doing keto. The other children, I don't know that they necessarily need to, although, well, because we don't buy sugar and carb stuff, but they tend to get a lot of that when they
Go places.
they went to the store and bought. One of our sons bought a 3-pound bag of
Twinkies?
Tootsie Roll pops
yeah.
and stuff, and bought a big
But
box of Twinkies.
the thing is, you can tell when they're eating a lot of sugar and stuff because they have more acne, they're more irritable. In the summertime, when they don't eat at school and they don't get to the store as often, they are much healthier.
It's
you
true.
could just tell. So it's interesting.
Adrian says, I'm worried about the Great Salt Lake. I am too, actually.
Yeah.
The last time we flew over the Great Salt Lake, I'm like,
Oh, it's like a puddle.
it's like, where did it go?
It's nothing left.
Well, and now it is up considerably
Yeah. This year.
from like November to January. It was
was
up a
doing a little
foot,
bit.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like they went to like there was a wreck that was exposed, and they went back to go look at it, and they're like, oh, hey, that's under a foot
Some
of
of it's
water now.
covered. Yeah.
Let's see. Carrie says you guys should have seen what we had for Harvey. Yeah, where
Oh,
I live in
know,
Texas, I
that's
didn't
so
get that.
sad.
I almost had water come in with Amida.
Oh,
When
yeah,
we
yeah.
went to Low-Carb
We
Houston.
went to Low-Carb Houston right after Harvey happened.
Well, it was like a year
No,
after.
it wasn't. It was like a couple months because in the same hotel we had people coming to help clean up.
That actually that was in Austin. We were in Austin for Keto Con.
It's okay if we can't remember both the same. We were in Texas for a conference.
And that was where
right
I got
after
pulled over.
Harvey.
Yes, but we did go to Low-Carb Houston, and at the school where they were holding it, there was a plaque that said high water line during
Oh yes.
Harvey.
Yes.
That was pretty crazy. Lori
I'm glad
says all the
everybody's
flavors are
okay.
delicious. The milk proteins do bother my tummy, so I'm excited to try the new core.
Yes.
I'll still use the other flavors. They're so delicious. Just can't overdo it every day.
Yes.
I'm glad that we've got something that you can try. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Laurie, good for you for saying that because I think part of our keto journey is learning about ourselves, what works, and even, things change over time and some things work for a while and then they don't work later, but just learn about yourself and do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Yep. So there's Linda says no to Harvey rainfalls. The rain was horrible. Got 52 inches in my bucket. Rainfall testing.
Wow.
It was hard to sleep and now worry when it rains heavily as streets don't drain well now. So that reminded me of this. Nerd. Weather station. Whenever I see one of those little weather stations, I have to fight the urge to climb up and spin the anemometer real fast to make a computer somewhere think it's in a tornado. The mouse over says, pour one out for precipitation data integrity.
Oh my gosh.
I say, solemnly upending the glass into the rain gauge. That's what made me think of it. It's like, pour water into a rain gauge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if we did get all of the water that Harvey dumped, that would have been catastrophic, though.
Oh yeah, we couldn't handle
The infrastructure would not have handled it.
And that's the thing about Utah, because we don't get rain very often, our ground is pretty dry.
It gets dry,
And so if we get a lot of rain, we get flooding everywhere because it doesn't absorb into the ground. It just whoosh. It's not good.
And Mike recommended to Lori to add beef gelatin.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
like a teaspoon can help with digestion and help with some of the issues that you were talking about, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
And Bertolas Paint says, what does it do? Some of the amino acids, it's kind of weird. It's like magic, and it helps you digest better. 1 teaspoon will thicken Keto Chow up a little. 2 teaspoons will make it into pudding. 3 teaspoons will make it into full-on Jell-O.
Yellow. And you just take your blender bottle and you turn it over and go.
Let's see. Carrie says a lot of people were trapped in Walmart when they stayed to work. I'm glad I left when I did that night when Harvey came in. The helicopters were picking people up like in the movies. Wow.
That's terrifying.
This is high water line seeing at the Lone Star College in Torchy Tacos. I found a wrecked police boat and the radio where I worked. Our building flooded and dead fish everywhere.
Oh, gross.
That's crazy.
That's so scary.
Miss Imperfectly Imperfect Keo says, I'm in South Florida. Talking about hurricanes and non-seasons is equivalent to, we don't talk about Bruno.
Right. We don't talk about Bruno.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably gonna be it for tonight.
Did we do all the words?
We did. We covered all the topics that we wanted to get to. But thanks everybody for joining us again this Saturday. We will have Joe and Rachel and
Brian Lenskis.
Joe and Rachel's live stream this Thursday. I'm assuming it's going to be a little late.
It's possible that it will be late.
Because we're supposed to be having dinner with Peter Ballerstedt right like an hour and a half before they're supposed to be doing their live stream.
Yep.
So we'll see. Annabelle says, Chris, have you ever watched The Ripping Yarns? I have not. It was a very silly comedy written and acted with Michael Palin and another one of the writers from Monty Python.
Oh.
No, I've never seen that before.
Funny.
This is I felt like I was in MASH.
Yes.
Harry from Loving It on Keto.
Right.
If you've ever seen the picture of the Marine helicopter rescuing people from the U.S. Embassy in Saigon,
Right. Yeah.
he said that was his picture.
Well, didn't he video?
Yeah.
Or something?
He was the one
he did that.
captured that.
That's so cool.
It's just crazy.
Crazy.
Kathy says, I just started Keto Chow and just love it. We love you too.
Jimmy, wait, what?
Jim Thagerson says, wait, what? Mike says, great live, folks. Have a great week. I really want to go to the meetup. We'll see. Not looking good, though. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, you all have a fantastic evening. Now that Jimmy's here, I am contractually obligated to leave because of the restraining order. So
Oh!
you all have a fantastic night,
Happy
okay?
Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Bye.